You know Amazon's important. Maybe you've even said, we'll get to it eventually. But here's what most people miss. Amazon isn't something you try. It's not a one-button channel. It's a serious platform that requires serious preparation. If you launch too early, before your business is ready, you can actually hurt your brand more than help it. Today, we're going to talk about what it really means to be retail ready for Amazon and how to know when the time is right. We've worked with dozens of manufacturers, legacy brands doing over $100 million in sales with amazing products. And the biggest mistake we see is this. They get excited about the idea of Amazon, but skip the internal audit. They never ask, are we actually ready? In this episode, I'll give you 3 simple questions to assess your Amazon readiness. And I'll tell you exactly what to do if the answer is not yet. Before we go deeper, if you're in the process of figuring this out for your own business, grab our free retail readiness checklist in the description below. It's a practical worksheet we built specifically for manufacturers like you to help you assess where you're strong and where you might need support. And if you're on Instagram, follow me at @OneJoshuaLee for case studies, quick wins, and tips from the field. All right, let's get into it. I'm Joshua Lee, founder of First Light Studios, and we help US manufacturers grow through Amazon, Walmart, and Shopify without compromising the legacy you've spent decades building. If you're a manufacturer that's been thinking about Amazon, this series is for you. Episode 1 covered why Amazon matters more than ever in 2025. This episode answers, are you ready? Let's dive into the framework we use with our clients. Significance, effort, cost. If all 3 of these are aligned, you're probably ready. If even one is off, it's worth slowing down and reassessing. Part 1, significance. First, will Amazon actually move the needle for your business? Ask yourself, does our product category already do well online? Do we have healthy margins after Amazon fees? Would Amazon give us reach we're not getting in stores? Is this aligned with our business goals, growth, exit plan, valuation? Because Amazon is not for every product or every season. If you're selling heavy, bulky items with slim margins, or you already can't keep up with current demand, then adding Amazon might be a distraction, not a solution. On the flip side, if you've got a great product, a decent margin, and some retail instability, Amazon might be your best hedge against future shocks. This isn't about jumping on a trend, it's about alignment. Part 2, effort. The second factor is effort, and this one trips people up. Amazon takes real execution. You need clean product data, high quality imagery, video assets, ad campaigns, inventory systems, customer service, compliance and reviews management. That's a lot. You can either build it up internally and train someone up, hire a freelancer and cobble it together, or partner with an agency that's done this hundreds of times. Here's the thing, whoever owns this channel, they need to have the experience and urgency, because if it takes you 6 months just to set the account up, you've already lost your window. Effort matters. Execution speed matters. Don't underestimate this. Part 3, cost. Last, let's talk cost. Amazon takes investment, not just money, but also time and focus. If you launch with cut corners, bad images, weak copy, no advertising plan, you'll tank your first impression. Worse, it's hard to fix. Bad reviews stick around. Negative feedback hurts your brand value. So instead of asking, how do we do this cheap? Ask, how do we do this right? Hiring internally can cost you 6 figures once you factor in onboarding, trial and error, and overhead. Partnering with a team like ours may cost less overall and get you faster results because we've already built the systems. Time is money, and mistakes cost both. We worked with a brand last year who came to us after a failed launch. They tried to set up everything themselves. The listings were messy, the images were outdated, their brand wasn't protected. So unauthorized sellers jumped in and undercut their price. Within weeks, they had negative reviews, poor rankings, and internal chaos. They spent 6 months recovering and lost momentum with their retail partners in the process. Amazon is powerful, but unforgiving. Better do it right the first time. Ecclesiastes 3 says, "There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." There's a time to build and there's a time to prepare. If you're not ready to launch yet, that's okay. Some seasons are for foundation, for pruning, for getting your house in order. That's not failure, that's wisdom. God doesn't rush things, and neither should you. If after hearing this you realize you are not ready, look, you're not behind. You're actually ahead because you're facing the truth now and not later. So take the next 30 to 90 days and prepare. Dial in your product line, get your margins clean, set up your team, build a launch strategy, because when you do go live, you want to go in strong, not scrambling to fix mistakes. All right, so here is an action challenge. Here's your challenge for this week. Run your business through a 3-part readiness filter: significance, effort, cost. Ask yourself, will Amazon be meaningful to our bottom line? Do we have the internal capacity or the right external partner to execute? Are we budgeting enough to do this right? Then identify what's strong, what's missing, what needs to change. If you don't like your answer, you just found your next move. Okay, so here's what we covered today. Amazon isn't a switch you flip. It's a system you prepare for. Being retail ready means aligning 3 things. First is significance. Will it actually help your business? Second is effort. Do you have the team and the systems to run it well? Third is cost. Are you willing to invest what it takes to win? If you're aligned, let's move forward. If not, pause and prepare. Both are good options. One just leads to fewer regrets. You don't need to fear Amazon, but you do need to respect it. Preparation is power, and clarity gives you control. If you're ready, go strong. If you're not, get ready. Either way, we'll be here to help. Download our free Amazon readiness checklist in the description below, and follow me on Instagram at @OneJoshuaLee for strategy tips and case studies. And subscribe, because in the next episode, we'll walk through what an actual Amazon launch looks like from day 1 to day 90. I'll see you there.